On today's show, I'm going to make Grandma's Skillet fried chicken. This is right out of her cookbook. She was from St. Louis, Missouri, and this is how she made her chicken on a regular basis. So it only has a few ingredients, and also we're going to have Brussels sprouts for our vegetable today, and we're going to have a salad. So I'll show you how I'm going to make those in just a little bit, so let's get started. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Diabetic Diet Show. Let's start out with the Brussels sprouts. So these are frozen. Best way to cook these is either in the stove or in the microwave. And it's warm enough in here today, so I don't think I'm going to fire up the stove. So I think the microwave is going to be our choice. So I have olive oil and I have some lemon juice. So I'm just going to pour some lemon juice over these. This has like a spritzer nozzle on it, just like that. And then we'll put some olive oil in here. And these have to go in the microwave at 750 watts for at least 6 minutes. So just to get them off here, I'm going to put them in there right away. I have the flour. You can use almond flour if you really want to be healthy, or you can use white flour. And then I have the paprika. By the way, the measurements for all of this are right down there where it says the subscribe button. You should see the more button down there, and that's where the instructions will be. Or you can go to my website as well, and the instructions are there. Now I'm just going to put in some salt and pepper to taste. You can always put more in later. Of course, you don't want to put in too much in the beginning, so we'll let that sit for now. Then I have just a regular old whisk here just to kind of stir things up. Try not to throw it out on the counter. This is a pretty simple recipe. This is about 45 minutes from start to finish. So this is something you can work, come home, make. Easy enough. So here we go. Here's a frying pan and some oil. And I'm going to use the hot fire for this. When you're cooking something like chicken, you're best to use your hottest fire and cook it on low and just kind of keep an eye on it. I could always switch it to the electric if I want to go to a lower heat. Okay, there we go. Now I'll go ahead and get this fire on. Never lights the first time. That's a little something you should know about this burner. And then it always starts right on high, so you can lower it. You have to kind of watch it because I'm using the canisters in here, and the canisters, when they get low, your fire will go out on you. So you have to kind of watch that. So here is the flour with the seasoning, and then I like just to use a glove or tongs, whatever you want to use, but I think gloves are probably better for this. That pan's going to be a minute to get hot, so that's why I'm not rushing. This chicken, I rinsed it off. That was pretty funny. I just dropped it in there and it went all over the place. Okay, so here you go, and you want to get the flour coated really good. That's a really important step. Now, this is how simple this is. Of course, chicken, you have to cook it to 160, so you'll need a digital thermometer to keep an eye on it. If you don't have one, I seriously recommend getting it. I don't know how you can cook without a thermometer. I know I can't. one more. I accidentally got an extra one. Proof positive that I can't count to 4. And of course, this flour, you have to throw it away. You can't use it for anything else after you put this chicken in it. Okay, and the chicken will shrink, so if your pan is a little tight right now, space will give way in just a little bit, so you'll be okay with that. Then I would put one of these splash guards on top of it. And my fire is on, it's just really low, so we'll let it sit and clean up my mess I made here. Be right back. Let's turn these over. All nice and brown. Okay, put this on, set the timer. Now we need to check these to see what the temperature is, so we know where we are on these. We're looking for at least 165. I like to pick them up and get them away from the heat. They are 181, so these are done already. So my next step is going to be to grab a dish and we'll get them off here onto the dish. Just like that. Don't need the timer anymore. And I just grab a paper towel. Kind of a big wad of paper towel so my hand doesn't touch the pan, which obviously is going to be warm. And then I just go over the sink. My next kitchen that's coming soon will have a sink right out on the island. We have a bit of exciting update and change coming in the next 30 days. You will be seeing. Pan is hot already. I ran these through the microwave. Now I'm going to put them in here. I just want to roast them up in that oil and lime juice. This is going to reduce the temperature of the pan drastically. Which the temperature of the pan at this point, if I were to guess, is probably 200 degrees. So I just want to roast them up now. So let's see what happens with them. Let's talk about our salad. Thank you to Anita from church. I'm sure she's watching. These came from her garden. And we're going to use the cucumbers for our salad. Tomatoes have been washed already. Maybe one more splash of those. Radishes are washed. I have some little cherry tomatoes here that have been washed and dried. And I have some radishes as well. You have to dry these or your salad dressing won't stick to it. So there's a bad tomato. Go ahead and get that out while you're thinking of it. And let's just cut off the end of the cucumber. I'm cutting these into pickle slices since you make pickles from cucumbers. And I'm going to put salt and pepper on this, as well as Italian seasoning. So I'll put my Carrabba's Italian seasoning on that. We also need some oil and vinegar. So today we're going to be using a olive oil. Thank you to my sister who sells this. It's garlic mushroom olive oil. Turn this fire off. I can dish these out now. Just like that. There we go. And we need some vinegar. So I usually use red wine vinegar. How about today we use balsamic? So here is a chocolate balsamic vinegar. So we just celebrated Barb's birthday. She's not a diabetic, so I made a cake for her. So I should give her some chocolate salad dressing to go with it. Not much left in the bottle. You could tell this was one of our favorites. So that bottle's gone. There we go. Now, just kind of move things around here a little bit. And we are going to call this a done job. Here's our chicken. It's a little warm. So, you know, after you cook them, you have to let them sit for at least 5 minutes to retighten up their muscles again. So here we go. We have the salad, we have the chicken, we have the Brussels. Quick, simple meal you can make right after work for the family. So if you enjoy watching this kind of stuff, I have a whole bunch more right here.